Yeah, that's real spicy. I regret that. Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Saúl. I'm a professional chef, and these are my $335 chili ingredients.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm a home cook, and these are my $18 chili ingredients.
Come on, just once. Let me cook it once, just once.
Nope. Yep. I deserve this.
What is this? That looks like a cereal.
Okay. I mean, this doesn't go in chili.
So I was planning to make chile con venison, sopes, esquites, and some pickled avocados. I had a leg of venison straight from the butcher. I have fresh nopales, 4 types of chilies, and 1 big ass agave leaf.
My recipe didn't have a leaf that you could paddle a boat with.
I also had a blue masa harina to make sopes, fresh corn, Mexican crema for esquites, and everything I needed to make pickled avocados. It was gonna be the best chili ever created by the human civilization. With Joe's recipe, I have simple ingredients that you normally find in your pantry or local store. These might be simpler ingredients, but with a little technique, well, a lots of technique, we can make the best chili. If I had to guess, this might cost around $16.85. So close, so close, so close, so close.
If I had to guess, I would say that this costs $206.37. How? At a bodega, they will charge you a lot for beer, so that might be it. All right, so this is Chef Saúl's recipe book. Chili con venison with sopes, esquites, and pickled avocado. I think I'm gonna start with these two. I'll open those up, I'll get them down the hatch, and then I think maybe we'll be done.
So the venison is gonna give the chili his unique flavor. It's like a gamey meat. It's in between lamb and beef, and it's just delicious.
Here's my tray, big hunks of deer, no antler, and ready to go.
So Joe was planning on making turkey chili with some cornbread. I'm gonna be making a turkey meatball chili with cornbread casserole. The first thing on making this lovely turkey meatball is we're gonna work on the ingredients. I'm gonna char this onion and this jalapeno. If you want your onions to don't make you cry, put them in the fridge. See, even chefs have feelings. We're not as mean as you think we are. Now with the jalapeno, we're not gonna use the insides because I don't want this to be too spicy. This, you can use it like that, but I'm gonna do something better. It's going to bring the flavors out of whatever you're touching. It also looks pretty cool. Look how pretty this looks. See, it looks like a paint. Picasso, Picasso. I'm done.
It's time to prep my nopales. I have a cactus at my house. Once that cactus sees this video, it's gonna smarten up.
Joe, be careful. These are nopales. They have spines. They're on the cactus family. When cleaning a nopal, make sure you put the nopal in the cutting board. Do not lift it when you cut it. And when you do it, just go on top of it, slice very gently, and then cut the edges around it without lifting.
And now I've just got a tray full of needles that I'm definitely gonna stab myself with.
You should cut them like 1.5 to 2 inches long, rectangle shapes.
The nopales are done. Cut them beautifully. Now I'm ready to blanch them.
And now I'm gonna dice some scallions into here. So I'm gonna add some salt, a little bit of cumin, and a little bit of my amazing chili powder. Let's see what kind of chilies are in here. What kind of pepper? This kind of pepper. So Joe sent me this corn muffin mix. I'm gonna use this as a breadcrumb. Just a little bit to, hold the meatballs instead of breadcrumbs. Now that my onions and jalapenos are cold, I'm gonna add them. So when making meatballs, we're gonna add some oil to our hands. We have a beautiful meatball.
I Googled the word blanch, and it means boil, which is good. We needed a backup word for that.
By blanching the nopal, you're getting rid of the sliminess and the bitterness. When they become nice and brown, you remove them.
That's some nice looking cactus meat.
When that happens, you're gonna strain it. You're gonna let it sit for like 10-20 minutes to remove the sliminess out of the nopal. So now we're gonna sear some meatballs, but here's a little trick. Just add some flour onto your meatballs, but I don't have enough flour. I'm gonna use some of this cornmeal. What this flour is gonna do is gonna prevent them from sticking to the pan. And also it's gonna add some nice color. Now, this has to be really hot. They look fantastic. We don't wanna cook them all the way through because you're gonna cook them on the sauce. I'm just gonna make sure I get nice sear around them. I don't know what else to tell you. Look, it looks amazing. And when something looks amazing, guess what? They taste amazing. Now I'm gonna be working on the base of my chili, which is the sauce. I'm gonna be using the same oil that I use where I cook my meatballs. Sweat some onions, jalapenos, pepper, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. Now something about onions is that the longer they cook, the sweeter will become. Like me, the nicer you be to me, the sweeter I will become. Now I'm gonna add some chili powder, cumin, diced tomatoes. I'm gonna bring this to a boil.
I have another pot boiling, ready to go.
So I sent Joe 4 different chilies for 4 different reasons. I want him to go crazy, have fun, enjoy it, and be spicy. The 4 types of chilies that I sent Joe, it was cascabel, morita, ancho, and puya. Is to add a different type of spicy. It's the smokiness, spicy, the venison needs. Salt water, you blanch them until they're nice and soft, until you see the nice red color.
I feel like we might be about there.
And then you remove them, put it on a blender, and just blend it until smooth. We're gonna blend it and then we're gonna cook it again because I want the meatballs to be more like a chili kind of texture, so I want it to be kind of like a saucy.
Now, we're gonna blend.
You want it to be thick but very smooth. And that's gonna make our stew super rich.
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's real spicy.
Now, meatball. We're all having a patty. So now I'm gonna add some pinto beans that Joe sent me. Now, I know some people think that chili is meant to be made with beans, some without beans. My recipe doesn't have any beans. This recipe has beans. Deal with it. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Our meatball's looking good. It looks like a chili. It looks perfect. I just want this to be a little bit thicker because I'm going to do a casserole. Since I can't use flour, I'm gonna use some of this corn muffin mix. Just a little bit. This will help thick the sauce up and it'll be perfect for my casserole.
I have a huge agave leaf in front of me.
We're dealing with agave here. You're dealing with Mexican ingredients. I'm from Hidalgo. We make the best barbacoa in Mexico. The way how we do barbacoa is very simple. You make a hole in the ground, you put the meat there, you cover it with agave leaves, you let it cook overnight. The next day you have a big fiesta. So that technique is what I'm taking from the barbacoa to this chili. You have to char it so it's nice and flexible, and also it relieves some of the bitterness.
My agave leaves are charred. Let's make some chili. All right, I'm ready to start cooking my chili. Get some oil in there. Seasonally appropriate look. Oh yeah, smells really good already. I'm very excited about this part. This and the beer is really all I need. Whoa, yeah. All right, I think they're cooked well enough. I'm gonna grab them, take them out. I'm gonna throw the onions in first, let them get a little softened. I'm gonna add my garlic.
And now you're gonna add cumin, cinnamon, oregano, and allspice.
My meat. Look at it again. Just look at it one more time before it goes back in there. I did that. Okay. Chicken broth. Throw that in there. My blended chilies.
And then you're gonna add Negra Modelo.
This is my favorite part.
To me, that's the best beer that you can use to braise any meat. You tenderize the meat, and also Negra Modelo has the caramel taste when you cook them.
Now we've got what really looks like a chili and has no beans, which I just think is brilliant.
Now you're going to put the agave leaves, make sure you cover all the spots. So the reason why I'm using agave is because it's gonna give the chili flavor, aroma, and it's gonna help keep it tenderized, moist, and juicy. You're gonna cook this for 2 to 3 hours. Normally barbacoa is cooked overnight, so I made it really easy for you. Now it's time to make some jalapeno cornbread. So I'm gonna be working with this Jiffy corn muffin mix that Joe sent me. All right, so I'm gonna start with the eggs. We're gonna whip the crap out of them. And that's just to help our cornbread to be a little bit more fluffy. Now I'm gonna add the scallions, which are being charred, jalapenos. Normally, people add sour cream on top. I'm just gonna mix it into my cornbread. Oh yeah, the oil, of course. So I'm gonna add some milk. The corn muffin mix, it's just like making pancakes. Okay, my butter is ready. It's looking pretty sexy to me.
I'm on to my sopes, and Chef Saúl was nice enough to give me a bowl of masa.
Joe, one of my things to do as a chef is make everybody's lives easier. Don't screw it up.
I don't have to make my own dough. I could have, but I don't have to. I don't know if these are the right size, but they're the same size as each other.
Now you're gonna make patties, 4 to 5 inches wide. I will say 1/4 of an inch thicker.
And I'm just gonna throw this on the griddle.
Cook them both sides for like around 3 to 4 minutes each side. When you remove them, make sure you pinch the edges. Like if you're pinching somebody that you don't like, that's what I do. Somebody I don't like, I pinch them. And that's gonna make it into sope.
Neither of them are perfect, but since when was making food about looking delicious and perfect? All right, here's my nice looking little stacks of sopes. They're ready to go, and I think I'm about to make a meal out of these. It's been about 3 hours, and my chili is just about cooked. I'm gonna remove my agave leaves. Looks amazing. The meat is just breaking apart when you touch it. So it's real tender. It's gonna melt in my mouth shortly, because I'm gonna eat a piece. Oh my God. This is insane. I can't believe I made this.
Now we're gonna add a little bit of apple cider vinegar.
In maybe the cutest measuring cup I've ever seen. I didn't know they made them this small.
Now you're gonna add some hot sauce. How much sauce? As much as you like. It's your life, do whatever you want.
To me, this is already a little bit hot, so I'm gonna just kind of take it easy with this.
And then you're gonna add the nopales.
That's a chili, baby.
Now it's time to put everything together and throw it in the oven. I'm gonna add some meatballs that are still warm. Now I'm gonna do a layer of cheese. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Okay, that's enough. And now this lovely butter. Look at this. Now we're gonna garnish it with some scallions. Just a little bit. You know, I'm a chef, so I have to make things look prettier. And some sliced jalapeno. So I'm gonna throw this in the oven. I'll see you in 30 minutes. 35 or 40, who knows?
It's time for me to get started on my esquites. Esquite is like Mexican style street corn off of the cob.
This is one of my favorite things to eat because I grew up eating it on the street because it was the only thing that I could afford when I was poor. No, I'm kidding. I'm still broke.
Couple little pieces of butter there, and some garlic and onions. I'm gonna add my corn in now.
Add some Modelo Especial, which is lager. This is not traditional, but I like to put beer on anything. I put beer on my esquites, on my venison, on my belly. I'm a beer guy.
All this water.
Some epazote. It's the Mexican cousin of the basil.
So I'm gonna season the corn with a couple pinches of salt, and I'm gonna let it cook in the water for about 20 minutes. My corn is fully cooked. I drained the liquids out. I'm gonna take out the epazote, and then we're gonna just drop this into the bowl.
And then you're gonna add cotija cheese, some crema, mayonesa, lime juice, chili powder.
Whew, this looks amazing. There you go. I got some esquites for the first time in my life.
Well, my casserole is cooking. I'm gonna be spending some time on making some scallion oil to finish my cornbread. Now we're gonna cook this for maybe 10-15 minutes. And now I'm gonna dice this.
Next up, I'm gonna do something I've never heard of before. I'm gonna pickle some avocados.
Good luck. Arrivederci.
First, I'm gonna make a pickling liquid for the avocados to go in. I'm just gonna throw some water and some vinegar. And I wanna bring these to a boil. I'm gonna add in some sugar and some salt. The sugar and the salt are dissolved, and I'm going to turn it off, let it cool down a little bit.
So it's been about 15 minutes. My scallions look cooked, a little bit brownish. Now I'm just gonna put it on the blender, add the scallion tops, make a nice green scallion oil.
And I'll start working on prepping my avocados to be pickled. Throwing them right into the jar. All right, I'm gonna cut my garlic next. And now I'm gonna cut up this ancho chili pepper into strips. I'm just gonna throw in some cilantro whole, and I think I'm ready to add my liquid. And my avocados are now on the way to being pickled.
Okay, we're back from the oven, and look what we got in here. It looks good. It looks like I need a fork and a knife. Well, not just a fork and a spoon. Okay, let's plate. Bravo to me. Good job to me.
Here we go. I got my sope. I feel like this one has the best look, the best vibe, the best energy. And I'm gonna throw my chili in there. My instinct is telling me to put all of this chili on top of this one little sope.
I don't know why I'm freaking out. I always come through. Oh, madre de Dios. The smell that comes out of this. It looks like perfection. You know perfection? Right here. This is another way to describe perfection.
Step 2, esquites. Every one of these things I've wanted to just stick the spoon in my mouth and eat it.
So I'm going to be garnishing just with 2 things. Sour cream and scallion oil.
I didn't mean to dress so much like this dish when I got dressed this morning. Didn't know I was gonna be dressed like a bowl of chili. Gently put an avocado there.
I just hope Joe likes this version, and if he doesn't, well, that's his problem, not my problem.
This is my take on Chef Saúl's incredibly complicated chili recipe. I hope he didn't struggle too much with my recipe. I know they were both very complicated. All right, Chef Saúl.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good. Had a lot of fun with this.
It was very challenging, but I did my best.
Well, I had a real easy time. Wow. I can't believe that's the ingredients that you got from me.
I feel like I'm in the streets of Mexico.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. That's what, when I saw that you had the esquites in there, I was excited about that. That's one of my favorites.
I can see the sope, beautiful. The meat is, it's falling apart. I think it's great. I'm only missing one thing though.
What's that?
Beer. Yeah, you can't have a sope without beer.
I 100% agree with that. All right, I have to try this.
But I hope this is good. What do you think?
That's amazing. Oh my God, it is so good.
I think my favorite part was the cornbread.
Yeah.
The thing that I was worried about the most, it was the cornbread.
What you did with it, all the flavor inside the cornbread, this is incredible.
It looked like a shepherd's pie.
Oh, okay.
So that was the idea of creating something different. But sticking to the ingredients of chili and the flavors. So surprise!
Yeah.
So I want to show you how Mexicans open beer, right?
Okay.
Like that. Now I'm having a good time.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
This is really well done.
Spicy, huh? That has a bite.
Spicy, it's got a little kick, but not too much, just the right amount.
Okay, now let's take a trip to Mexico.
Yeah. What do you think?
Every time I make something good, this is what I do. I will eat this avocado just with like a tostada and that.
I mean, are you gonna serve this at your restaurant now, you think?
Maybe next week.
Okay. Yeah.
course,
I mean, if you need me, just give me a call.
I'll call you.
It's amazing.
It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Let's keep drinking.
Okay.
That's what I do best.
Keep eating, keep drinking, yeah?
That's my life.
All right.
Drinking and eating.
Okay, I'm gonna be a part of it now. We're friends now.